Hey there guys, and welcome back to the channel. I know there's been videos going up over the last couple of days, about a week or so, and they are Ironcast videos. They are from the backlog I had during my 8-week stint at university that's just gone by. I know I had a channel update a couple of Mondays ago, 2 Mondays ago, something like that. Basically, that was the Monday I was home, the first Monday I was home from that 8-week trip away. And that was just to let you all know that I am back and I am ready to make videos. Now, a quick kind of intro to this. The reason videos haven't been made, the reason videos haven't been that regular over the last 2 weeks or so, is because, basically, I haven't known my situation with work yet. I still don't know, to be honest. Basically, I was meant to start work last week, and I was going to learn my routines and get everything ready so that this weekend coming up, which is the 20-something of April, I believe, maybe the 1st of May even. Yeah, I'm really bad with dates. Anyways, so that weekend, I was going to do a bunch of recording, and I'd know the routine, so I could come home, I could do the rendering, the metadata, etc., and I would know when videos are coming out, what videos are coming out, and I could give you all that information. Unfortunately, starting work for myself has gotten a little complicated just because of my job role. It requires security clearance, which I have, but my employer, or the people I'm going to be working for under my employer, they don't believe I have security clearance. That's basically the gist of what's been going on. Unfortunately, that means I haven't been able to start work for 2 weeks, and that could continue for a lot longer. Fortunately, that means I'm being paid to stay home and make videos and stream a lot for the time being. But yeah, so that's what's been going on recently, and I do apologise for any, I won't say miscommunication, but obviously you guys have probably been expecting videos for the last 2 weeks, or you might expect videos to be more regular now that I've told you that, but basically for the time being I'm making videos. The videos will come out when they come out, and I can't guarantee anything until I start my job. Keep an eye on Twitter for more information on that, because I am quite active on Twitter. Feel free to tweet me if you wish. Right, with that over and done with, welcome to Turmoil. I did a first look video on this before I left. I was really excited about this game, and I've played it to death. I'm not even joking. I think I've completed 4 games of this already. I'm really enjoying it. It's a nice little indie game. It's kind of a Tycoon game. And yeah, it's really, really interesting. So let's get started here. So we go to the town hall, and we'll go to the world map. And welcome everyone. Let's first introduce ourselves. Buenos dias. I've sailed the world as a ship captain for years, and I can't even swim. I don't want to worry about drowning anymore unless it's in money. Howdy, partner. This dude been herding cattle long enough to know the nights on the prairie are cold and lonely. I hope earning money with oil is as easy as throwing lassos. I can't read today, I really do apologise.
Hello there. Does being a lawyer sound interesting? Well, in truth, it's kind of boring. I can't handle it. I got a serious case of oil fever, and I'm only curious finding oil. Delighted to make your acquaintance. I made a nice living in real estate, but it's time for a new business plan. I'm going underground. I don't like dilly-dallying, so let's get to work.
And there we go, guys. He gives us our first plots for free, which is great. And the bank opens up. I'm not going to read out any more commentary, but that was a nice little bit of dialogue for you guys. I am playing Ricardo, and let's get started. So, how do you play this game? Let's put some wagons down before I forget. Right, we want to go to writing because they've got the highest price. So I did a lot of things really quickly there. I know the hotkeys to this game mostly off by heart. Some of them I don't remember all the time. Most of them I do. So how do you play this game? Well, to begin with, you have these things called dowsers. So dowsers are people with sticks, and they walk around trying to find oil. When they find oil, they whistle at you like so. And you have to put down a rig and mine a pipeline to the oil. Now, this is where things can get a little bit tricky to begin with, because you can't... Dowsers are really bad when it comes to... Don't send my oil to writing, they've got a lower price. when dowsers tell you that there's oil nearby, they don't tell you how much oil is there. They can find a very small amount of oil and tell you there's oil there. You don't find out until you dig to it. So in this case, the oil is very, very low. However, if we dig to this chap's patch, and it's also a bit of a guessing game in case you hadn't already noticed. Yeah, this is a huge pool of oil, so we're gonna stay here for a while. Oh, don't go there. Right Ink have a much better price, and they're much closer to the oil well. So you can see here, so this dowser found this tiny little patch of oil, and this dowser found a lot of oil. Now, to begin with, the first couple of levels end quite early, so this one ends on the 31st of March. So we need to sell our oil to the highest price as fast as possible. We're not going to have long to finish this level. So I've just built 2 wagons. I've built a oil rig. We're mining oil at a decent rate, and we're making a lot of money. You can click here and you can see how much we're making. And that is the gist of the game. You have to maintain a balance between who you sell to. Watch the prices very carefully on right ink or left ink. I really think these should be named. I know they're left and right, but I feel like they should be named. I don't know what to. It's like in TF2 you have blue... Is it blue demolition? Or was it red I can't remember. No, it's red demolition, isn't it? Because RED stands for something and blue stands for something. And RED is like something demolition, I believe. I haven't played TF2 in a long time, in case you hadn't already realised. But yeah, this is the game, basically. Later on, in different levels, different things happen. And you're going to be able to experience that, because I'm going to be doing a Let's Play of this game. And that's what this episode is, the first of. It's going to be the start of a Let's Play. Now, because these first levels finish so early, we're going to be able to do 2 lots of... I don't know what we'd call this. 2 years, because they're done in year stints for whatever reason. So this is our first year, which ends on March 31st for whatever reason. Why are we selling to the person who has 46? You can see that I wasn't paying attention, so we ended up selling a bunch of oil for a really low price. Kind of unfortunate. We also appeared to waste a bunch of money by building this pipeline to this direction. This pipeline we could have not built, saved some money, and you can see we haven't run out of oil in this patch here. But at the same time, we could have run out of oil in this patch and then spent the money, and that would have wasted time, because we wouldn't be mining oil in between the time the pipeline was being built. So it was a good safe bet not to do so. And then this gives you all your different stats, which I'll just skip through real quick. And then it gives you a nice little snapshot. I really like this feature. It gives you a snapshot of what the level looked like at the end. I really like this. I like looking at how things ended up. It can be quite interesting. And let's go forward. So Fred Metal has now moved into town. He can make my mining operation more efficient. Come to your factory to inspect my gear. And then you can see who made the most profit. So I am Ricardo. I am the Spanish señorita. I made $2,000 profit. Joshua made $300, and then these 2 fine ladies made actually no profit. They actually lost money. So the first thing I'm going to buy from Fred is the width and size. The reason I'm going to buy these immediately is because they are probably the most important upgrades in the game. Unfortunately, that does leave us with only $5,000, and you'll see why that is an issue in just a moment. So now we can start bidding. So this is the part of the game that starts to get really interesting. So you can see this is where we start off with, and we go to all the different areas. So there's desert down here, there's plains down here, there's snow up here. And each area has its own individual characteristics. Some of them get built upon, so the desert, they introduce rocks, which you have to drill through. Your normal rigs can't drill through them, you have to upgrade them in order to drill through them. And then the rocks continue throughout. The plains have gas, and the gas continues throughout. I can't remember what the Arctic place has, but we'll figure that out when we get there. You can also see on the map where we have already mined, and it puts a little number there. And the numbers indicate how much oil was mined there, or how much oil was available in that plot. The higher number, the better. So whoever was in this plot had access to a lot of oil. Whether or not they found it and made money off it is an entirely different story. I'm going to go into this corner. It's usually good to start off in the corners, I find. These people are going to start off here because they know this plot had the most oil, so it's likely that these two plots are high in oil. This plot is likely to be lower in oil because its next is 39, so you've got a 42 and a 39. It kind of averages out here. I went for the if you can outbid people. So whenever you bid on a plot, you bid 1,000 at a time. If you outbid people, then it doubles every time you outbid them. So if I outbid someone, it goes to 2,000. If they outbid me, their bid is 4,000. If I outbid them, then it's 8,000, and it continues up like so. So we only had 5,000 to begin with. So we needed the cheapest plot possible, which is why I go for the corners. It's also good to see, you can get really lucky, and you can get really poor corners. So if you go to one corner, we're just going to start immediately here while I talk as well. So you can go to one corner and it could be really high in oil. And you can go to a different corner and it can be really low in oil. And it kind of... yeah, we end on June this time. So we start on June for a while. And then it goes to December. I can't remember what I was talking about now. I've been talking really quickly as well. I really do apologise. I've been away from making videos for far too long. I haven't properly realised. I kind of want to get the point across and the enthusiasm I have for this game across quite quickly. Yeah, I'm not mining right next to Right Ink. You can go to hell, mate. Now, something you can do is, if these prices get too ludicrously low, you can build a silo, which is exactly what we're going to do here. And we hit a big oil pump here. And I'm tempted to make the width of these pipes more by spending another $160. That means we mine oil a lot faster, we pump oil a lot faster. This rig fills up a lot faster, which means you have an increased chance of spillages, but the idea is you could fill up your wagons quicker and you can get oil moving a lot faster. I think we're going to fill up our silo a little bit and then we're going to do it. The reason for that is if these prices increase while our pipes are building, we have oil to sell. Anyways, guys, how has your 8 weeks been? Seeing as I haven't been here for a while, I wasn't here for the entire month of March. I wasn't here for much of February either. I was here at the start of February, but not for mid to the end of February. And I wasn't here for the entirety of March, which is quite something, to be fair. But yeah, I've been going good. I've been, as I've said, I've been in university. I've been studying a degree in digital and technology solutions. That's a fancy term for basically saying computing and business in the same degree. The reason the degree is the way it is because my business, my company, sponsors it, and that's not a company that employs. That's not a company that I own. That's a company that employs me. They run an apprenticeship that pays for your degree at the same time, which is great. It's a great. What's the phrase I'm looking for here? I can't think. It's a great system, I want to say, but it's not a system. It's a great opportunity. I'll say that. It is definitely that. It is a huge opportunity, and I'm so happy to be on this apprenticeship and to study a degree, especially when, via other means, I couldn't actually study a degree because I didn't have the results for it. What I'm going to do here, I'm going to mine a little bit lower. Usually you can find another well just a little bit lower from these ones. The issue with dowsers at the moment is that they don't search that far down. You can see here that's like the end of their search. So by mining a little bit lower, I can see that if there's another well, so he's found something else. So I need to take into account in this moment, is building another rig and mining to this cheaper? And in this case, no, because a rig costs 350 on its own. The pipeline would then cost more than 30. which is the price of a, which would be the total price of the pipeline and the rig if I built a brand new rig. This is just the pipeline, and it takes me to a huge oil well. Hopefully my pipe doesn't go outside of this oil well. It doesn't. Only just, though. Nope. We have a small spillage. So we're going to put another wagon there just to control the spillage. This is the issue with having wider pipes, unfortunately. Right. Right Ink's price is dropping far quicker than Left Ink's price, so we're just going to keep selling to Left Ink for the time being. I'm going to upgrade the silo as well. Should probably have one. Right. We also need to keep an eye on what time we finish. So we finish in June. Which means we have one more month, well, 2 more months, because it'll be the end of June, after April, in order to sell all of our oil. Which is why I'm tempted to just sell all of it now and make as much money as we can, because otherwise we're not going to be able to sell all of this oil. It doesn't sell at the end of the level. The only oil you sell is the oil is via this mechanic, so getting your wagon to either Left Ink or Right Ink and selling it to them, which I find a bit of a pain if you've mined all of this oil. For instance, I have a silo full of oil at the moment, and at the end of the level I can't do anything with it. It's in the silo, it doesn't get sold. All this money, time that I've spent is wasted. But unfortunately that's just how the game works. But yeah, I've really been enjoying this game. I hope that's coming across. If you guys have any questions, there's a link in the description below to the Steam page. You can also hit me up on Twitter or hit the comment section below to ask me any questions on the game whatsoever. I'm happy to answer them if I know the answers. I must also thank the developers of this game. I will point out that I was given a key to this game. I was sent a key to this game, and I'm really thankful they did, because this game has probably been one of the most enjoyable games for me in a very long time. I need to send it to here now. Something else you need to take into account in this game is the distance to travel and the time it takes. So, but there then, Left Ink and Right Ink had nearly the same price, but by the time my horses got to Left Ink and started selling oil, Right Ink's price would have been higher. So it was quicker to send my wagons to Right Ink and sell the oil there than it was to keep them at Left Ink and sell the oil there, because I would have been selling oil at a cheaper price. Eventually we get branching pipes, which is the next upgrade we need. That's a while away yet, unfortunately, and that will allow us to branch our pipes. So this pipe, instead of branching down, can also branch, say here, it says here, look, branch limit is reached. When we buy the branch upgrade, we can branch once more, and then we can buy it again to branch twice more. I've never had a need to branch that many times. I've only ever bought the first upgrade. Maybe if I have the money, I'd buy the second upgrade, just for ease's sake. But I've never required it. Right, start selling to Left Ink now, because Left Ink have a higher price. Only by a few cents, but that cent makes a difference. Trust me, it does. You realise later on that every cent makes a hell of a difference in this game. Oh, and look how close I was to this pool here. Doesn't matter. We got a spillage fine for spilling oil because our rig filled up, unfortunately. But it's only a small spillage fine, so I don't really mind. You can see there, why don't they just keep the grid up? Meh, it doesn't really matter. You can see there how our profits worked out. It's pretty nice. You can see there what we spent on. And there's a screenshot of what it ended up looking like. Yay. And we made the most profit. And Edward has now opened up his shop. So we can now buy upgrades for the stuff that helps us find oil, such as the dowsers. So we made the most profit with 7,000. Joshua made nearly 2,000. Daisy made 4,500, and Blanche made 4,500, and Daisy made 4,000. And there we go. So you see the factory here is the branch upgrade. It costs 12,000. We only have 9,000. You want to keep about 5,000 behind in order to bid on land, and you always leave with 2,000 in your pocket in order to build stuff. And getting a loan from the bank is very expensive in the game. You are punished quite severely for it. So getting a loan is the worst thing you can do in this game. And then you can see the upgrades, so we can buy a mole and we can buy a scanner. Moles I find very useful once you upgrade them. To begin with, they're quite bad. They're not worth 10,000. You have to upgrade them afterwards to make them useful, in my opinion. So you pay 10,000, I think it's 5,000 for the first upgrade. So you pay 15,000 for... It's not worth it, really, but... We need moles later on, and I do like them. I prefer them to dowsers, so we will be buying them later on, but for now, we won't be buying any of these because they're far too expensive for the amount of money we have. And also, that's the end of the video. So, guys, if you've enjoyed the video, then leave a like rating. If you have not enjoyed the video, then leave a dislike rating. If you have any criticisms for myself or for the video, or if you simply wish to chat, then make sure to leave a comment below. If you're new to the channel and want to see more, then hit subscribe. There will also be videos coming out on Life in Bunker, which is a brilliant indie game I'm really excited for. It's a lot like Dungeon Keeper, so keep an eye out for that. I've been Phoenix Cypher, guys. I've been your host. Thank you for watching, and adios, mis amigos.
Go.